All right, Coach, you guys coming off the scrimmage over the weekend. How are things looking as we get closer to the season?
Yeah, I mean, I thought probably the best scrimmage as far as both sides making plays. And so defense came out and had phenomenal energy, and you could see some of the vets step up and make plays. I mean, Rod Brown on the first play makes an incredible play. Mason Richards is all over the field. Like, the effort was incredible. So, they jumped on us. I think we had 3 straight 3-and-outs. They got some momentum. And I think slowly offense kind of responded and was able to put together some stuff. Had a couple good 2-minute drives. So, there's a bunch of situations that we threw in there for them. Just really, that's the last time that we get to work some of that live stuff with refs. And so operation needs to be a little bit cleaner. Probably too many penalties for us at this point. And so that'll be something we focus on this next week is, we can't hurt ourselves, and we're going to have to clean up some things and come out and play a clean game against Cal to be able to give ourselves a chance.
You guys have an idea of where you stand at quarterback at this point?
Yeah, I saw you here a little early today, trying to look over the fence, get a little peek there.
That was
Vito.
good.
That was good. I enjoyed that. I said, oh, there's Vito. He showed up infamously a little bit early today, right? So no, it's been a great battle. And I think Stone will probably run out there first with the ones, and then but you're going to see Chandler this year. Like Chandler hasn't done anything wrong. Just when you look over the course of the whole entire camp, the ball has moved well with Stone in there, and it's been fun to watch his growth and see him kind of develop into not only a guy that had wildcat packages last year, but to help his game a little bit. And so I think you're going to see Chandler on the field for us this time.
So you want to play both at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, they're both going to get reps, and I'm a big believer that, once you find your guy, I mean, I'm not a huge guy that rotates, but then you look at the body of work they both put into it, and both of them deserve to play football for this team. So I feel really comfortable with those two guys and excited for them to take us into the future.
You got your wide receiver core was a big question going into the season. How do you think those guys have developed, and how have you been able to put together a core that you feel good about?
Yeah, you look kind of and break down, the old Mike Leach thing. You really rate the guys and find your best 8 guys in this offense, and so I think we've narrowed it down. I think that at Z receiver you're going to see Cleveland and Ward, 2 guys that are battling every day, both making plays. At the wide receiver, you're going to see Rod, and you're going to see Kalon Horton. And those 2 guys complement each other really well. One of them's just a seasoned vet that makes plays. He knows he's not the fastest guy out there, but he has great hands and is consistent. And then Kalon's a guy that brings a speed element to what we're trying to do. The other side, you'll see a combination of 3 guys. Blair Conwright, you'll see Jordan Smart, and you'll see old young buck there from down the road, and Denton Ryan is going to get a chance, especially these first 4 games, just to see what he can do. He's someone that's kind of come along here lately, and so excited to see. The plan is to see where he's at after 4 games, and if he's playing enough, we won't redshirt him. If he's not getting enough reps, we'll go ahead and redshirt him.
Was that one of the key challenges of the offseason for you guys rebuilding that wide receiver core? I mean, you lost some guys at tight end, you lost a couple of guys at
I've never thought that, and everybody talked about, Shorter leaving. Shorter never practiced since I've been here. Mm-hmm. And so, that was some out of mind, out of sight for me. And so he was someone that never, came to practice, and I was consistently looking at and putting him a part of this plan. And so, and then I think, J Mac and Z McMillan have done a great job at the X receiver. So, tight end's the one, that I think, you're going to see kind of a mixed bag depending on who we're playing, how they fit against the defensive personnel. Christian's, more of a slasher, not as big. And a guy who's kind of stood out lately is Wes Wilson. He's a guy that walked on here. Came here, wasn't expecting much, but Wes Wilson will play football for us this year. And
yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, you have enough on the outside. I mean, it seems like you got a ton of really good slot receivers. You have enough outside guys, big, tall guys to make this go.
Yeah, I think so. You look at what Trey's done at the Power 5 level, brings that experience. You look at what D Ward's been able to do around here. And then when you look at the other side, I think that J-Mac just continues to get better and better as time goes on, learns the system, and is explosive with the ball in his hand. So, yeah, I think we'll be just fine.
What was it about Stone that made you feel like he was the guy to start that opening?
Yeah, I think you look at a multitude of things, but the biggest thing is just charting all the live stuff when you get into the team and seeing his accuracy and completion rate, really, drive up. To be honest with you, he was probably the third guy that was getting the least amount of reps when we started this fall camp. And so, it was good. He put in a lot of off-season work. I thought his intermediate stuff was really good. And then, he was able to push the ball down the field at times and create a bunch of explosive plays. So yeah, I think it was a bunch of stuff combined. But yeah, he's done a great job of kind of not revamping, but fitting more the mold of an offense that we run to where he's become a better and more accurate passer.
Did he work a lot on just his motion and his mechanics over the offseason?
Yeah, no doubt. And Coach Brophy does a phenomenal job. And, I think it's good for me to know my weaknesses, and I've been around a lot of great quarterback coaches. I've sit in rooms, I know the scheme, I know what it's supposed to look like, but I've never really played the position. I'm a wideout at heart, so, I think it's been important as I've evolved as a coach, finding a guy I really trust to kind of hone in on quarterback play as far as all the technical parts of it. And so Coach Brophy's done a phenomenal job. He takes great pride in it, and it's something that they've worked a lot of.
Anything else?
Yes. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the offensive line. You said that last time that Ethan Miner could jump into that first team. Have you kind of stuck with Daisy here going forward, or has there been some changes?
No, and they're similar there. They'll both play. And so, I think we feel comfortable with both of those guys. I think Ethan's done a phenomenal job coming in, learning the scheme. And you've seen his growth through the first, 3 or 4 weeks. He's grown really fast, I think, and Daisy's made it hard on him. And so, I think Ethan's played a lot of ball, so it won't be nerve-wracking at all if Ethan's out there, and snapping the ball with the first team at any point.